Good morning, Colorado. Welcome to a Hump Day edition of Local Biz Buzz. I'm your host, Larry Hers. And today in studio, I have Matt and Daniel from Dead Veggies. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is really cool stuff you got here. I'm really excited to try it. Who's going to give me a history of your company?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started wholesaling restaurants in 2018. Prior to that, the way we started making the kimchi was actually out of necessity. You know, there's not a whole lot of great kimchi, much less Korean food in Aurora and Denver. So we wanted to make something ourselves. We actually started burying it at St. Mary's Glacier to start. Just trying to...
Burying it?
Yeah, burying it in the ground, just like our
burying
ancestors
it.
did.
Yeah, we'd be up all night just like making kimchi, and as soon as the sun comes up, we go to St. Mary's Glacier and hike like at least 150 pounds, just all the way up the mountain and just bury it.
Yeah,
Right
we don't
next
do
to
that
the glacier.
anymore.
Okay.
Everybody thinks
Yeah.
we're burying dead bodies, so...
And does that have anything to do with the name Dead Veggies? No.
No.
That was before we came up with that name.
Where does the name come from?
So Dead Veggies, it comes from just like giving veggies like the respect because they just nourish us, and we try to immortalize them and through the like proper rituals of fermentation. So since they're dead, they can never die. Bring them back to life.
What is dead can never die? I'm pretty sure I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah, it's I think Game of Thrones actually.
Right. For the people at home who don't know, explain to them what kimchi is.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, in layman's terms, it's kind of like a spicy sauerkraut. It's fermented the same way. I mentioned being buried in the ground. That's where it's gonna, kind of transform into kimchi as we know it. So it starts off as a raw cabbage, green onions, things like that. We add some Korean pepper, a bunch of different ingredients, and then over the course of about a month or so, it's going to transform those probiotic, the lactobacillus bacteria inside of it. It's going to wake it up. It's going to revive it from the dead after we chop it and squeeze the life out of it. So
So traditionally it's buried in the ground?
yeah,
Yes.
it's buried in clay pots called ongis.
Okay.
We try to replicate that process as close as we can. It's why we started burying it at St. Mary's Glacier, just to replicate kind of like the cold temperatures under the frost line. We're really just looking for the coldest place we could think of in Colorado. It's like a free refrigerator,
You don't bury it anymore, or you still bury it?
No, so now we
No
share a
more.
kitchen with Project Angel Heart. We're fortunate enough to have a 30,000 square foot kitchen to make all these goodies in. Everything's by the books now, but that's how we got our start.
So it doesn't affect the flavor by not burying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just as good as the ancestors made it
We-
500 years ago.
We emulate that mountain taste.
And where did you learn how to make it?
It's from my grandmother's.
So this
Yeah.
recipe here is actually a mix of our family recipes, Korean Buddhist temple food. These are all vegan, gluten-free products. So we try to model it after like Korean monks.
Now, it doesn't have to be made from cabbage, though, does it?
No, so kimchi is a pretty loose term. It can describe kind of just the preparation of the vegetables and the fermentation of it. So there's cucumbers, there's okra, there's eggplants. Really, any vegetable you can think of, you can kimchify.
Yeah, there's like 100 varieties of it.
But the number one in Korea is cabbage?
Yeah,
Okay.
soon to be dead veggies.
Okay. And what would you do with it? What is I'm going to put this over on the close-up.
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
And what do you recommend people do with it? How do you eat it?
So it's great eating it raw by itself. It's very fresh. Anywhere you would add like a pickled onion, anything with like a touch of acidity, it's a great addition. Older kimchi, so kimchi can kind of ferment indefinitely if it has the right amount of acid, salt, care, all of which we provide. Older kimchi is great to cook with. So stews, cheesesteaks, we've
Fried
got
rice.
yeah.
There's like many
See that?
stages of kimchi that goes through. Like,
We partner with about 20 restaurants between Boulder and Colorado Springs. So
Can we name drop a few?
yeah, absolutely. Some of my favorites: AC Serve, Del Mar in Avanti Lohi, Rooted
Street
Crab
Food.
Kitchen, Street Food, Oh Golly Dumplings. There's Stem Ciders, Bowls by Co. Some Moses Shop. We just did a collaboration with you and Wonton.
You got some good names there.
It's a very long
That's
list. Yeah.
some respect.
And we've got some very exciting collaborations coming up with Well. We have a Bloody Mary mix coming out with Maddie Eats soon. You'll be able to get a little taste of that.
Okay. Describe what?
Which was that?
Well, I'm going to put the Bloody Mary on the close-up, and then I'm going to have one myself. So in here is what?
so we got tomato juice, some horseradish. We got some Meyer lemon juice, lime juice, And around the rim, we got some tagine, which is like chili flakes and citric acid, just to give it that pop once you drink it.
Of course, we've got some of the Dead Veggies kimchi habanero hot sauce in there as well. It's probably our best seller. So it's a little spicy, it's a little sweet, it's a little acidic. Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different.
Where's the sweetness coming from?
The sweetness comes from the tomato juice, but
And
mainly
also this hot sauce.
Yeah, the hot sauce. One of our I guess secret ingredients in the hot sauce is fenugreek, which is a West Indian curry spice, and it smells
maple syrup.
just like maple syrup. Yeah,
All right, let's talk about the hot sauce.
absolutely.
It is sweet and spicy, which is right on my alley.
Yeah.
So our hot sauce and pepper jelly, we pretty much came up with these recipes to use our older kimchi when it's in a much riper state. And once you cook it down, it adds like a crazy amount of complexity in the flavor, and it's like super umami bomb.
Yeah.
And we use like all our juice for the habanero hot sauce, and then we save a lot of our cabbage butts that we continue to ferment, and like they become like effervescent and super acidic and very tangy. And then we roast that down, and then that's what we put in our pepper jelly.
Yeah. So no part of the cabbage goes to waste in our kitchen.
I'll have to try the jelly. What would you do with the jelly?
Yeah, so I mean, one of my favorite ways is to eat it with charcuterie. We've got a nice little spread here.
Don't mind if I do.
Absolutely.
I mean, it reminds me of a little bit of the red pepper jam. Where have I had that?
Oh, get some of this.
Get some of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Humboldt fog.
Don't usually eat during the show, but jelly is really
You
good.
gotta eat breakfast.
Let's talk about where people can buy these products.
Yeah, absolutely. So our website, of course, www.deadveggies.com. There's also Ruby's Market up on Pearl Street. We're going to be in Terra Apothecary on South Broadway soon. And then, of course, all the restaurants we mentioned, Avanti, Rooted Craft Kitchen, Del Mar, Bowls by Co. They all sell all of our products at their establishments. And then, of course, we have a bunch of crazy collaborations with the restaurants that we're working with. Anything from kimchi wagyu burgers to different kinds of like jalapeno hush puppies that are glazed with that kimchi pepper jelly. So it's kind of like a savory beignet.
Turtle Boat made this like smoked salmon. What was it, like a honey dressing with our kimchi habanero sauce?
Yeah, so
Smoked
they mixed it
salmon
with the
salad.
local honey, and they turned it into a vinaigrette almost. So they're using it in ways that really we even haven't imagined. It's really exciting to see.
And surprisingly, you ship worldwide, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We've shipped to Norway, Sweden, the Netherlands, Spain, Korea, all 50 states. I'm sure I'm missing a few there, but we've had quite a reach over the past 6
Alaska.
months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of our biggest.
Every time you get an order from another country, you must be like, holy shit,
Yeah,
Spain!
We have a little
Spain!
map of the country that we started filling out the states for, but we're gonna need a global map at this point.
Amazing. What's the website?
Deadveggies.com.
That's awesome. Do we forget anything?
Follow us on Instagram, Dead Veggies. We've got some really exciting collaborations, some new product releases coming soon. This is actually one of them here. That's going to be a green sauce that's going to be released soon. We still need a name, so if anyone watching has a good name for a Serrano, Poblano, jalapeno hot sauce with a bunch of fuzz spices in it,
We'll take all of them.
yeah, tag us in the comments. Let us know if we pick you. Maybe there's a sauce endorsement somewhere there.
Sauce for life?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think that's reasonable.
We'll slide you a free bottle.
Pleasure to meet you two. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming in.
Absolutely.
I'm
Thanks for
gonna
having
try,
us.
and I've always called it kimchi, but I'm saying it wrong
No, you're
That's
good.
perfect.
because you guys say more like gimchi.
It's a mix. It's a mix of the G and the K. But I think you've got it. I think you got it, Larry.
I'm gonna say it the way I say it. I'm gonna try their kimchi. We'll see you today at 11:30 for What's for Lunch. We have Mac and Noodles food truck coming on. Let's eat. You know what's that big good? A fried chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought about like brining chicken in the kimchi juice.
Mmm.
Super delicious.
What are you talking?